what do you call that means? I did it's like, you know this thing. It can be very sweet, my brother. I don't mind this. Who want to do a J for us? Yes. So that is the way it has gone. We have done well. And so to summarize, you find that from what I've said, sportscasters have upheld, and strongly so, the major roles of any journalist in life: to inform, to educate, to entertain. Indeed, in our own sector, we call it sportainment. Because we bring matches to you, you watch, we hide things, and make, for example, people are now planning how they are going to spend Monday. Because everywhere you go to now, we're talking about Manchester United losing to Napoli. Did I say lose? Playing against Manchester United. You see, that's the hype. Yeah, so you make it controversial. You make it controversial. Even if your mind is for Man U winning, you say Man, because you know there are more Man U supporters in Nigeria. So you say Man U will lose, then you see all of them saying, you are not spoken well. We have noise all over the place. So that is the way we are. We have done well with the core goals of informing, educating, entertaining, and we have added exposing corrupt and bad administrators. We have also added opportunities for economic gain, better revenue, globalization of sports in Nigeria, marketing of the Nigerian sports person, integration with international bodies, making them go for higher offices internationally, and causing them to know that those days are gone. No hiding place anymore, because you are daily checked, and also making them know that you as watchers, as listeners, viewers, still calls them viewers, listeners on radio, that you are now more sophisticated and will therefore not take any trash thrown at you by any administrator. In one word, we have caused administration of sports to be better. Good afternoon.
My name is Eugenia Abako, CDD4. About 3 days ago, I overheard some kids talking about Baka and Arsenal. Baka, Arsenal, they got into a fight. To put them out of this fight, I joined them. There were about 5 of them between the age of 7 to 11. And when eventually they told me Baka will win, this one said Arsenal will win. And one of them asked me, Auntie, which club are you? I said, Eyimba. They started laughing. I felt like a grandmother really, but I was watching them. I put them all together. I said, okay, list the names of all the club members, all the footballers. They went around the Premier League. And I said, okay, list the name of Nigerian sports people you know. They didn't know anybody. I was shocked, it was sad. I am guilty as well because I do know so many. But the few ones I knew that I celebrated them, these kids didn't know them. It was sad. And I asked my question is, talking about what you said about administrators, how are we going to remedy this situation? How will it happen? Bearing in mind that Nigerians are ready to take destiny into their hands now. People can go into kids should know about the likes of the Imperial Yalis, the Eyimba clubs. They don't know them anymore. How do we get back to that way?
So many things have been said. But particularly, you were following up on all this international. I'm not a sports writer. I'm into IT. But I try to adapt every stage of your explanation to my own beats. And the major thing for us is in finances, in following up. How do you get your finances? Is it in sponsorship? When you get sponsorship, are you not, would you not dance to the tune of your sponsors?
Which area did you know she answered my question?
all through life, I have been driven by passion. And I tell people, and you can write down, passion gives rise to action. The reason you see, those of you who are not married, let me use my wife. I saw her and went to her. Passion led to my going to her. Action. And that same passion led us to seeing her people. Action. Passion leading to action. And led us to marriage. Led us to the bedroom. Led us to children. Yeah? So passion at all times gives rise to action. It was that same passion that caused me to stay near the office when I was first given a full-time employment, Concord newspapers. So I needed to stay very close to the office because I wanted to be near my workplace. I was passionate about the job, passionate about writing sports. And so I stayed at Ario Close. It was a one-room apartment, and the other room was near the kitchen. It was about 6 by 8, the second room, near the kitchen. But because I also wanted to show that I was staying in 2 rooms, I told the landlord to give me the second room. And because it was a face me, I face you apartment, at times in the morning when you come out, if you don't look down very well, children would have done their sin. And so you step on that and you start washing your legs. Or you don't wake up early enough to have a good time. You get to the toilet and people are already queuing up. And you're also queuing up. And when you are finally chance to get in there, you see the gas coming out of the hole at 7 o'clock. And you bend your maybe that's why today we are able to see crosses. Because we've learned how to turn the neck to the other side using the pit toilet. Even the zinc toilet, the zinc bathroom. If you don't cover with your own clothes very well, or your towel very well, anybody going to the toilet could just peek through the holes and see you taking your bath. That was how bad it was. But again, passion has always driven me, and that was why I stayed where I stayed. I really close socially. How does it answer yours? You talk about follow-up. If you are passionate about what you are doing, you don't even remember finances. You need it, yes. But the first thing that will help you do follow-up is to even through what you have. I remember that to grow myself, self-development came in the form of, not these days of the internet, came in the form of going to the USIS, the library of the BBC. You understand? I had the ID card of the USIS because you could see literature and writing people overseas to send you things. I tell today's journalists that they are very lucky. How lucky you are. You just put your hand in your pocket, you bring one thing called BB, and then you press and they give you every story about Fabrice Muhammad. How he collapsed and how he came back to life. And nowadays you don't get that. Follow up in a way, in case I'm just about building your stories. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I'll wake up, listen to the BBC, monitor VOA before I get off to Abeokuta. Follow up. The next praise that will be given to you will spur you to do more about what you are doing. Therefore, Abeokuta was never far for 6 years. How do you raise funds? Funds should be the second. The very first thing you do about following up is to build bridges of friendship, of cooperation. And then I have said, remain a professional at every time. Once you sell out and you lose out, that is it. So many footballers, when they are gathered and they just see a new person coming, they say, that guys are making money. That they are $1 that they give you, which is 160 naira. But because it is a foreign note, the moment they give the journalist, he's not even ready to check whether it was $1 or 100. The moment just give him so that the next person, you know how they behave now. And then you sell out. I've always told the story. Amokachi was playing for Everton. We were told he had an airplane. And I told him, Dan, I want to interview you. No, I'm sorry, I can't interview me now. I'm rushing back to England. I was like, Grandma. I said, okay, I want to interview you in England. He said, can you come to England? I said, why not? Yes, you might say, how did you raise money for it? Yeah, but that is go by how it is. Raise the money, went to Liverpool, where Everton is based, city of Liverpool. Liverpool Football Club, Everton Football Club, in the same city of Liverpool. And behold, after the interview, it took me a long time to get him, but when I usually got a young man who did the interview, as I was leaving wax of notes, pound sterling. I really wanted to collect because of my bank account. But here I am, if I collected, I would have destroyed myself professionally. So at times it is good to deliberately remain hungry. So when he brought everything, I thanked him for it and I left him. Although as I was going, I was still thinking, I must confess that. It's not easy. Pound sterling, flight tickets, time when I stayed in my brother's house, my train tickets for 3 hours, 2 hours or 5 minutes from London to Liverpool. Then while waiting for him, at Burger King, I bought water, I bought what do you call it? Chips and fish. While waiting for him, phone calls that I made, I calculated everything. And this guy came and told me, I'm going to pay for your flight ticket, your hotel bill, your this. Then nobody knows. So I kept thinking, regretting, lamenting, but I had left him with an impression that was going to pay us in multi-millions. How? Came back to Nigeria, showed the interview on our program, Weekend Sports Delight on MITV at that time. Amokachi playing with his dog and then playing basketball with his wife while I recorded. So I was both the recorder, the interviewer, the editor, everything. That's how it happened. Not these days when you always see that and say, no, I can't play. I just remember something. Go on, yes? Okay, fine. That's how it should go. There will be time for you to sit on the back seat and the driver will drive. But take your punch. They say in boxing, if you threw the first punch on fight night and you became the world champ, remember that you were in the gym and somebody sparred with you. Nobody ever became a champ in boxing without taking a punch. So it's also the same thing with life. If it's for motivation, we'll come another day. I'm just giving you some short stories. That's another ministry. So it is for you to have that passion. Build bridges of friendship. And so Amokachi became our ambassador before players of the Super Eagles. He was a very, very indeed the most influential member of the team at that time. And when he told all players, I now know a Nigerian journalist who does not collect money. Suddenly, my number became a number in the Eagles camp. Players will call you overseas. I say, sorry, I want to just talk to you about my game today. Or can I call you on Saturday after my match or Monday? All of them, Kanu, Taribo, suddenly became friends because Amokachi announced me. And the companies heard the interview on radio, saw the interview on TV, and said, can you put this together for us as a program? The company is called Cowbell. I will put it together as a program for Cowbell. And then any player we went to was happy to talk to us. And for 9 years, Cowbell sponsored on different radio stations what they call Cowbell Soccer Fiesta. Chit chat with players. And the players were happy to talk just because one remained a professional. And so the money Amokachi would have given multiplied we can't count it. All we can just say is thank God. So you must remain a professional. I was later told by his friend, Friday Omako Kuja, that he brought out £5,000. £5,000 in 1996. Even now. £5,000 in 1996. The guy was rich, and he was also kind-hearted. And I think he still is great character in Amokachi. Now you said, if sportscasting is all you ever had to do, will you do it again? The answer is yes. Yes. And yes, the reason it has helped us make our own small contribution to the Nigerian society. It has also helped us to give opportunities to people to become sportscasters. It has also helped us to, in a way, put food on the table for ourselves and for people. And in many ways has also helped us to show how good God's blessings can be. And I tell every person, you are a miracle just waiting to happen. Whoever you are, if you have chosen the media and you write and write and write and they say, no, keep writing, your day will surely come. Just keep writing, but at all times don't sell out. It can be very difficult. You will lose friends. I have lost friends. I don't have them now because they know you that you will go one way. But if you practice this way, you go behind and then they bribe you, you come and start, you lose it. So if you ask me, yes, I will do that. And thanks for the many examples you also gave us. Thank you very much. How do you develop young administrators? Right now, they are supposed to be developed. Coaches and some who run secretariats are supposed to be developed in a place called the National Institute of Sports. It's here in Lagos. But it is tied to the National Sports Commission. And so the DG of the NIS and all the principal officers of the NIS collect everything they have to collect to keep that place running from the NSC. I hope you are following. Right. And then the NSC itself, from what I've told you, a lot of rot in the place with same incompetence. And in any case, it's been politicized. At least I know that the current DG is a card-carrying member of the PDP. There's nothing bad in being a PDP member, ruling party, great party. But we're talking about sports here. Although a professional who played for Nigeria, he has also become a politician. And so when you now mix politics with sports, this man is answering that it does not work. That's what he has said. Okay.
That person left because he thought that he was not qualified to know in 1984. He left Nigeria.
Okay.
To study his master.
Okay.
Personal opinion.
Okay. But whatever the case, that is where we have found ourselves. So how do you grow administrators? We have the system must be cleansed. I wrote in my book, and I've just told Yakele to bring a few copies. I wrote there that the only way to correct these things is to do a clean sweep. You don't leave the NIS the way it is, and you want to produce administrators from that NIS. You can only produce administrators who will be good enough to answer what they tell them to do, answer to anything coming from the NSC in Abuja. The NSC, what has he been able to